Hi there, this is very loosely called the Topalov line in the Sicilian Dragon from the 1996 game Nigel Short against Sicilian Topalov, where Short diverged quite early on in the variation and the game ended in a draw. e4 and c5 the Sicilian, knight f3 d6, d4 takes, knight f6, knight c3 and the dragon with g6. Bishop e3, developing and supporting the knight, bishop g7, f3 again supporting the pawn on e4 and taking away the g4 square, and white might continue with g4 and h4, the Yugoslavian attack. After knight c6 and queen d2, black castles, and in this extremely common topical position, two strategies for white are either to castle and temporarily leave the bishop on f1 and then perhaps start storming with the pawns, or play bishop c4 as in this game. After bishop d7 and castles, black plays rook c8, the bishop drops back to b3 and knight takes on d4 is met by bishop takes on d4. After b5 in this position, I think in the Nigel Short Topalov game, Short played knight d5 here, and the game eventually ended off in a draw. But we're looking at this move now, h4, more in keeping with the idea in the Yugoslavian attack of opening up the h-file. Black responds energetically, not by playing h5, but here by playing a5. And white could press on with h5. Shouldn't be too worried about a4 because nothing's going to happen there, because white can simply take. Bishop takes on f6. If bishop takes on f6, then black's going to be in trouble after h takes g6 and the queen invading with a mate threat. So black can play e takes on f6, and then the bishop is free to run to d4, and white's doing okay there. So white really need not play this move a4, really doesn't achieve too much. Now black gets an initiative after b takes on a4, and if knight takes on a4, bishop takes the knight on a4, bishop takes, and all of a sudden the rook jumps through, or the rook barely jumps but moves along the c file to c4. That's targeting the bishop on a4 and putting pressure on the bishop on d4. White's going to defend with either b3 or bishop b3, but after here bishop to b3, black wins now with knight takes on e4. That's hitting the queen, it's giving up the knight, but in return black's going to pick up the bishop on d4 with what looks to be a commanding position, if not a winning advantage. So this has been the Topalov line in the Sicilian Dragon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.